It is the video you have all been waiting for. Today, we are going to rank every single CSGO/CS2 map in this tier maker, and we are going to determine what the best map to play is in the 5v5 game mode. Now, I have a nice mix of maps here with some community, some nostalgic, some CSGO maps, and obviously our CS2 maps, and we are going to figure out what is the best and what is the worst. Before we get into that, I have to give you a message from the sponsor of today's video.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, KOJO. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
Alright guys, so let's lay out some ground rules here. So I do have some wingman maps in here which we will rank on the scale, although we are going to be ranking most of these based on the 5v5 viability and how well they play in a team environment, right? I'm not talking in pugs, I'm talking purely in team play, how good these maps were or are currently. So for some of the maps in here that aren't really wingman or 5v5 game modes, we're going to rank it not available because they're just not able to be ranked in that because they're not wingman or competitive maps, right? So without further ado, let's get right into this because we are starting off with Anubis. Now, Anubis was a beautiful map in CSGO. I remember when it was first introduced, people loved it. It was hyped. There's so much you can do on the map. It's very unique. And with Counter-Strike 2, it looks absolutely gorgeous with the water and just all the effects. I think this map is extremely solid. And as far as, you know, playing it in a team environment, guys, there's so many cool things that you can do with strats. There's so many different layers you can do on both CT and T side. I do think it's very unique in the fact that it is extremely T-sided in this game. So maybe with a few minor tweaks and adjustments, it could find itself in S tier, but for now, we are placing it at a solid A tier to start out the video because, again, it's just an absolutely incredible map to play with a team and to grow and learn on. Now, speaking of the complete opposite of that, we have Ancient. I absolutely despise Ancient. Ancient is so bad in Counter-Strike 2 because of the fact that you don't even have enough FPS to play the map. I have a great PC. It's a very expensive one, and I still struggle with frame drops and getting frames on the map. I think in order for a map to be competitive and for it to be viable, you at least need to be able to have good FPS or solid frames on the map. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I think that alone makes Ancient the worst map in the pool right now because it's unbelievable how horrible that is. And then overall, I just don't enjoy playing the map in a team environment. I think it's it honestly has turned into a very puggy map, and it's not fun to me at least. And the greenery overall, the amount of greenery on the map makes it so confusing and hard to remember different lineups because everything looks the same. There's a million cubbies on the map, and maybe I'm just a hater, but also like the shadows are so hard for newer players and newer teams to get adjusted to, like knowing where your shadow advantage is. Like if I'm lurking out A main, why is my shadow being shown to the entire site? So with that, all those reasons, Ancient is a complete F tier for me. So bad, so awful. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Baggage, obviously it's not able to be ranked, so we're gonna put it down here on the bottom. Moving on to Assembly. Now this is an extremely cool wingman map. I think as far as wingman standards go, this map is incredible. If you don't know what it looks like, it's an airplane map. Super sick. You should definitely look it up. Very nice. I'll give it, as far as wingman maps go, I think it's an A tier wingman map. I really do. Incredible stuff. Great job from the map makers. Very unique but fun concept and idea. So yeah, that is where we are at with that. Let's go ahead and talk about Dust 2 now. Dust 2. Where would we rank Dust 2 in Counter-Strike 2 right now? It is a very fun map to play. It's very fun. Dust 2 is synonymous with Counter-Strike. It's been there from the beginning, and I can't think of another map that is more iconic than this. In CS2, the meta is a little strange. It's a little weird, and it does feel a bit different playing it a map that was designed, you know, 20 plus years ago in today's age with all the new stuff. So I think it is a bit outdated. I love playing it though. It's great for me opping. It's great team wise. There's some cool strats. I think it is limited on the amount of strats you can do. It can start to get a little bit boring, in this game right now, where it is at when I uploaded this video, I think it's a strong B tier, and it's a very strong B. Now, Inferno. Oh, this one's going to be controversial. I absolutely love Inferno right now. When the game first came out, I hated it. Banana was way too narrow. Brackets was way too narrow. There's too many roofs everywhere, right? But with the changes that they have made, I am actually really enjoying this map. I think that the only issue I face with it is again another map where I have very limited frames at times. It's getting better and better with each update. But I genuinely would place this in S tier just because of how much I am enjoying it right now with the new CS2 mechanics we've been playing with for a year, where the nades blow open, the smokes bloom up. I think it's really cool. There's a lot of cool metas and strategies you can do, and this map is just iconic. It's just synonymous again with Counter-Strike. I genuinely would place this in S tier if it wasn't for the fact that we get limited FPS at times on this map, and it makes it so that for Team CS, it's like, I don't know. I hate playing in serious and competitive matches when we don't have full frames. It is above Anubis in A tier. Very strong map. Now, Italy. I am not too familiar with Italy as a map. I know a little bit about it as a country. Shout out to any Italians that are watching this video. You guys are the homies, but honestly, I don't think it's a good map for 5v5. I think it would be awful. It's funny that I'm placing it above Ancient because I actually think that strategically Ancient it's a better map. But we're going to put it in D tier just to spite Ancient. So I think it could be played in 5v5, but hostage modes aren't really that popular nowadays. But it would be cool. It'd be interesting. So, we put it in D tier just because it's a lit country. Really nice place. Now, Memento. Very cool wingman map. I think it's pretty sick. I personally prefer Assembly over this, but Memento is an absolutely gorgeous map. I think as far as its competitive viability though, we're gonna put it down in C tier. I haven't enjoyed like the meta on the map and playing it in the wingman modes, but with that being said, if we were ranking it on beauty, it'd be probably the best map in this list. Beautiful map. But moving on to Mills. Now Mills, again, extremely cool map, very beautiful. I like it. I really do love it, but the problem is, I think it's too confusing, and for Team CS, it would be a complete nightmare with all the little corridors and different things we can do. So at the end of the day, I don't think, honestly, if we're rating this on how competitively viable it would be, that it would be very strong. I'll give it a low C tier for now. I think that it's not horrible, but ultimately, I think there would need to be a lot of tweaks and changes. The map's just way too big and complex for it to ever have a meta that people could play consistently in team environment. So yeah, we put it in a low C tier. But yeah, moving on now to Mirage. Now Mirage, this is one of the most iconic maps in the game right now, right? Mirage has been around forever, seen a lot of different changes, and honestly, it's due for a big overhaul, so maybe we'll see that soon. I think that this map plays very well in CS2. I think out of every map, this one's been the one that's been the most dynamic when it comes to strats and stuff, with blowing open the window smoke now. That's a whole new concept and idea that Counter-Strike 2 brought. I think with these changes, I think again, I think it's very good with CS2. I think in team environment, it can get a little stale and a little bit dry once again. So we're going to put it in a very strong B tier. I think it's definitely above Dust 2, but I don't know if it has what it needs to be in A tier, to be honest right now. Now Nuke, I'm so biased. This one, guys, complete S tier. This map is so beautiful. There's so many different strategies you can do on both sides. As an opper in team play, you can flow around, have so much impact on every single part of the map. There's big long range fights you can take outside. There's small corridors. There's little intricate places you can be in, little plays that you can do on every part of the map. I'm like drooling over this map. I can't even get a sentence out. Nuke, by far, I believe, is the best team map in the game. I love it so much. I hope it never leaves, because team-wise, 5v5, greatest map there is right now. And it plays so well in CS2. It really does. With the meta, just with everything that's going on, this map, very good. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Office. Office is just way too narrow and limited. It's just not meant for CS2, and I know there's so many Office fans out there, and you guys, I love playing Office. It's fun, but if I had to play this map in team environment with practices and that stuff where people are just smoking off the same corridor over and over and over and over again, that would be miserable. I think genuinely Office is an F tier, and it's probably the worst map we've covered as far as how it would play in a 5v5 situation. Definitely F tier. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get so much hate in the comment from all of my office homies, but it's just how it is. Now, Overpass, I like this map. I loved it. I think your FPS was really low on this map in CS2. I don't know what they could have done to fix that or change that, but ultimately it was a great team map. Again, almost like Nuke, where you have a lot of different opportunities to make cool and crazy plays, but obviously it wasn't meant to be in the game. I guess it should just be in Over Ancient, though. That map should be out. I think it played fun, though. I think Overpass was a solid C. I really do. And it sucks that they put in so much work to change it for CS2 and then they took it away. So I think that had a potential. So we'll put it as C. Maybe we'll see a return of it later. Shoots, we're not able to rank that one. Pool Day, we're not able to rank that one. These maps obviously are in the arms race mode, so can't really play it. But ooh, guys, before we rank Thera, hit that subscribe button if you watch this far, and let me know what type of tier list you'd want to see in the future. Thera. Such a cool map, guys. Such a cool map. It's really unique, really interesting, and the map creator is so passionate about what he is doing, and he always loves community feedback. I think that this map genuinely has so much potential, and I wish that it would ultimately be in the map pool. I'm going to do something very controversial here, but I would love to play this map and as in a team environment. I would love to. I'd love to get to learn the meta, play against other high tier teams on it. Maybe it's because I haven't had that chance to do that, but I'll put this in a low A tier. I genuinely would love to see Thera in the actual map pool. And yeah, shout out to FM Pone. He's the homie. He's the best guy out there. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Vertigo now. Vertigo, very bad map in CS2. It's just not fun. They made changes that, yeah, I guess they make sense, but it's still just, the map is not meant for this game. Vertigo doesn't feel like a counterstrike map, and it's just ultimately not very fun to play in a team environment. I think that you're very limited on what you can do, and it's a very small map, but it's layered, so it's big, I guess. But I don't know, not a fun map. We'll put it in D tier just because at least you get FPS when you play on it, and you can do some cool boosts and cool ideas. So, you know, team wise, I guess it's okay. And you know, complexity is pretty good at it, so you know, Elisia's up there. We gotta not keep it in F tier. So yeah. Oh guys, Cash. Now Cash. This is our first map, am I correct? That is just purely a CSGO that we'll be ranking it. Now in CSGO, this map was so much fun to play in Team CS, and I barely got to. I was at the beginning of my career when this map was in here, and oh dude, it was so fun to play Cash. There's so many cool ideas you could do. And it's just like, it brings back the memories even thinking about this. I think Cash is a very beautiful map. I'll argue that I think I'll put it below Anubis. I would love to see the original Cash back, but I just think that the nostalgia is what carries most of how we feel about it. But it was so fun watching teams play this map. The boosts, the little like fakes and different cool things. You could sit on the light post and just do funny things around the catwalk on A site. Just so many cool plays that you can make, and Cash was lit. So definitely wish that this was still in the game, but unfortunately, nope. But bringing me to another map that I loved, Cobblestone. This is, it makes me cry that this map's not in the game anymore. It was a very uneven map as far as the sides and how CT-sided the map really was, but dude, it was just so fun to create ideas and strategies on this map and just like make the coolest setups with Cobblestone. I genuinely wish that this map was back in the game, and off of pure nostalgia and how fun it was to watch professional matches on this game, on this map, I have got to put it at S tier. This was an S tier map. Please bring it back, Counter-Strike. It would be amazing if Valve implemented Cobble back in the game. Now Train. Train is a beautiful map, and I would love to see it back in the game as well. But guys, it was way too CT-sided. It was so frustrating to play this map as a team because, like, if you picked it, right? If you picked the map, you'd have to start on T side. And while you could make some cool strategies and do some great stuff, it was so unbelievably hard to get momentum and get rounds. It was very uneven, and we're ranking this based on how it was in CSGO. I would say that ultimately Train was a B tier for me, just because, like, man, like that T side was not fun, and CT side you could just like sit in heaven or sit in like these little nerdy spots and just destroy the other team. I think that it had a lot of work to be done to it in order to make it a better team map, but ultimately it was very fun. I would like to see it back over Ancient. I'd like to see it in the game once again. Okay, Tuscan. Now this one is a little confusing because I believe we have to rank this on CS2's version, and I actually think that this could be a map that they would put in the game. It is very confusing and very like weird map, but I love it. Something about Tuscan is just so refreshing, so fun. It looks beautiful, it plays beautifully. I think you could do a lot of unique things in a team environment with it. Would it be an S tier map? No. But would it be an F tier map? Definitely not. I think we should give Tuscan a chance, and it would definitely be over Mills. And I'd say it's below Overpass, but it's definitely over Mills, right? So we put it in here in C tier. Speaking of another 5v5 map that was in CSGO was Canals. I loved playing this game this map personally. I really did. Canals was lit. I liked it. It was fun. I don't think it's a good competitive map. Just too many weird little corridors and weird stuff going on. But you know, it's very fun. I put it above D tier. It would be fun to grind with a team and like learn different execs and stuff to do on it. I think there was a problem with the bomb sites where it wouldn't be fun to play, and it'd get kind of stale and weird with, you know, retaking some of the sites. But ultimately, fun map. Does it need to be in the game? No, but I would rather play that than Vertigo, to be honest with you. So yeah. But we're getting down to the last ones here. Let's go ahead and talk about Lake. Lake is just so fun to me. It's so fun. But guys, does it play well in 2v2? No, it doesn't. It's just a little hard to get the bomb down as a T, and it's just not, it's a fun map. It's iconic map, but it's just not really competitively viable. I'm very biased. I love the map. I think that it plays better than maybe Italy would in 5v5 versus like how Lake plays in 2v2 mode. For its purpose, I think it's a D tier. It's fine. It doesn't need to be replaced, but like I wouldn't be mad if it was. Now, let's go ahead and rank our last map on this video. It's been a long video. Dust 5v5. This map needed to be taken out back and dealt with. It was time for this map to go. Unfortunately, it had just served its purpose. It's been done. We are going to humanely rank Dust and F tier. And as much as I complain about Ancient and Office, Dust is just the worst map there is as far as competitively viable maps. This is what we've come to. This is my tier list. Let me know what you guys think of this ranking. Do you guys agree with my tier list? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on that. Let me know what I should rank next. You guys are amazing. Go ahead and comment down below Team USA Kojimo if you watched to this point in the video, or I will add another stat track counter to my knife. But appreciate every single one of you. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.